Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It is WrestleMania weekend, the Super Bowl of wrestling, coming from Philadelphia on the East Coast, which is about, well, now 12 o'clock there, East Coast time. NXT Stand and Deliver is getting started. We have a full plate of activities. As you can see, our panel is full. Far right, Mr. Matt Mullen. He takes care of everything on Fremont Street. Nobody screw with him and all of our community, social media and everything. Next to him is a historian. He's been fired 4 times before we went even on the air.
He's working on 5.
Is he?
He'll do it in the next 2 hours.
And sitting, I threatened I would do this before the show started. And sitting to my right, everybody knows him by simply as one word, Chief is in the house. Good morning, gents. How are you?
Doing great. Excited for today.
Yeah. It's like we've been waiting and it's finally here. Right?
Yeah. WrestleMania weekend.
WrestleMania weekend too. Also,
the Super Bowl of wrestling. I was in Orlando the last couple of days for a golf tournament, and I stopped dead in my tracks because a couple of people started talking about WrestleMania. And I'm like, what? And so, of course, I had to tell them about Thoughts Count Anywhere and everything. So tune in.
You should have went to the Performance Center.
I should have gone to the Performance Center. I was nowhere near there, unfortunately. What?
Where your phone at?
My phone in my pocket.
Let me see it.
What do you need a phone for?
Well, I just want to see it.
Okay. Well, anyway, thank you for watching us on Facebook. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. And, of course, in a couple of days, is it still 5 days or so, John? How many days?
4 days.
3 or 4 days. We've limited it to Roku. Yes, 9:02.
This clock's wrong. It's 9:03.
Well, yeah, that one is 15 or 20 seconds ahead of that one.
I've been watching them.
For maritime law. Anyway, so thank you.
I like how we had to look at somebody's cell phone to figure out the time right in front of him.
Even though it's on the display of his iPad right in front of him. Right. Anyway, 702-992-3207. We expect to hear all your predictions. We expect to see predictions in the chat room and YouTube. It's going to be a fun, interactive show. But first, we have a very special rant. I understand. I came in today. I was told we're messing things up. We're kicking off with a rant. So here we have it. Take it away.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations. Set material conditions Zebra throughout the ship. Make Z report to DC Central.
Because the chief says so.
I've sung this song, but I'll sing it again, of the people I've met and the places I've been. Some of the troubles that bothered my mind, and a lot of good people that I've left behind, singing so long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
The sweethearts, they sat in the dark and they sparked. They hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dark. They sighed and they cried and they hugged and they kissed. But instead of marriage, they talked like this, honey. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
Because the chief says so. I was wondering how long it was going to run. Hey, good morning, folks. It's the chief with the Chief's rant. I'm going to take my.
I'll give you 3 minutes today.
3 minutes. Okay.
You're down to 2:59.
My 3 minutes. Famous 2:59 line.
55.
2:55 line. Wait a minute. Let me check this thing. Wait a minute. I got 9:06 shit. I'm done. Oh, 1 hour, 1 minute over already. Anyway, it's been a pleasure.
For you, maybe.
Working with you all. Coming in and 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, had the good fortune of seeing this show start with Mr. Hosey and developing into what it is today. But as we get older in life and medical conditions precede us, as I said to my colleagues this morning, it takes me over an hour to get ready to come in here. And so therefore, this is going to be my last show. But in saying that, you never say never.
Oh, Lord.
I'm scared.
But, Matt, I appreciate you beating me up every week. Sometimes I take it with a grain of salt. Most of the time I take it with a grain of salt. But it's been a pleasure. I thank you. You can go last. Thanks for coming in today. It means a lot to me.
Thanks for picking him up.
That did not happen today.
That was good.
But
Pay your internet bill. Anyway,
I'm ready for a lot of those today, by the way.
Thanks for coming in. I greatly appreciate that. And what can I say? We've grown a lot. We've grown a lot together. We've bounced ideas and thoughts, and we do our best. Believe it or not, we do our best when we're not on air, when we're off air. Holy shit.
Holy cow.
Look at this, man.
Oh my
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Ladies and gentlemen, walking up.
Are we like a rated G show now? What the hell?
Hell no!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Hi, Bubba.
Scott Hosey, owner of Power Play Sports Collectibles, a dear friend, and actually one of the founders of the show. What are we, almost October would be 4 years, right? When we started this in the store?
Yep.
We needed a bell ringer.
Ding, ding, ding.
Started with the ring on the glass, and every time he rang the bell, Scott's like, please don't hit it too hard. The glass is going to
He's like,
break.
don't break my shelf, please.
So, welcome, bud. How you doing? One of the founders of the show.
He's our version of the final boss.
That's right. That's right. There you go. The final boss is made.
I'm not saying any of this, man. This is all on them. This ain't on me.
I
Wow.
came here just to say goodbye to you. You freaking Air Force guy.
Notice he's holding him down as he says that.
There goes the neighborhood.
Chief, at least he didn't call you a Marine.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe we're going to get a flyover.
Yeah, we'll get a fly. We'll give you a Jake salute on the way out.
We hired 5 pigeons.
Are you going to stay for a few?
No, I came by just to say goodbye to you on the air
I love you.
and how much you mean to me.
Well, it ain't over yet. We got September coming up.
And we just need a fat lady to sing.
Well, you got half of it here. I just
And the other half-
identify as a
between-
toaster. though.
between-
I got an outie, not an innie.
Oh.
It's going downhill real quick.
Oh, we derailed very quickly, didn't we?
Thanks for coming in. I'll see you this afternoon. Good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. It's been a pleasure. I've had the good fortune of
Tell them.
meeting a lot of people. I'm telling you, the hell with them.
Wow.
Viewership.
And then
You can literally say whatever you want on your last day.
Just said that.
Except before our guest.
There.
Except before our guest.
No.
Afterwards.
Until the video feed comes up, then
I've
mute you.
and I gotta say this. I've had the good fortune of meeting a lot of wrestlers with the three of you and
The other guy.
the other guy.
The fired guy.
Yeah, the fired guy. Can't even bring you info.
No.
And I look forward down the road, even though I won't be here week in and week out, to continue.
Oh, no shit. Hey, Aaron.
To continue in some process of in the wrestling world. So that's the Chiefs rant over and out.
Nobody in wrestling ever retires. Remember that.
He said that right before he walked in.
Terry Funk would still be wrestling today if he had the opportunity.
My shoes aren't up on the table.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But he did say that about never
They're
say
Crocs,
never.
too.
When he retires, he's gonna put like his pressure socks up there.
You have a phone call?
I hear a phone ringing. But anyway, thank you for stopping in, dude, because you are a founder of this show, and without your store when we got started, Chief being there hanging out, we decided to add the bell feature between topics. He was there every week to support us. And he's he's a staple in this area for wrestling and for who he is and everything else.
Wrong number, huh?
And it's Amway. We have somebody? Hope it works.
Cox Communication.
Caller, thank you for calling. Who's this, please?
Hey, your internet bill!
Who's this caller? Can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's Ronald. Hey,
Oh, who invited him on the phone?
Hush.
Ronald.
Well, while
Anyway.
technical difficulties are happening,
Yes, anyway.
I just want to say I love you.
Hey, Ronald. Call back in about 2 minutes.
For sure.
You guys have a good show.
Thanks,
brother.
Scott.
Thank
See you later.
Hey, much love.
See you in a couple hours.
Hey, Shark.
Say hi to Amy.
I will.
Hey.
I just want to say that your comments of leaving is pertaining to the show. It sounds like it's finality but like Chief said, you never say never, of course. But that doesn't mean like our friendship is over. It's not like we're never not going to see him. We got shows, all that outside of this. But
I gotta unblock him already.
yeah, I know.
I'm just joking. You're welcome back anytime, Chief. Anytime you ever
I
want.
think whether you block him or not, it don't matter. He'll come in when he wants to, and that is an open invitation. You know.
Of course.
But in all, and I'm
I guess
speaking
Cat
for.
wandering in.
I'm going to speak for myself here for a moment.
You're allowed.
This is a very extended version of the Chiefs rant because we do have a lot of business today. But I just want to say this: from the moment you joined us at Scott's store, ringing the bell, and we all started turning to you to get your opinion and everything, I think we all felt deep down that somehow, you and I certainly talked about it, somehow we got to figure out a way to get this man more involved in the show. And the fact that opportunities about 2.5 years ago came aboard, and you brought a certain aspect to this show that I think a lot of shows dream they wish they could have. A foil and appreciates it, but smart as all get out and keeps everybody else in check because of that. And you give a shit about anybody who you touch in their lives. You touched my life personally, as you alluded to. I love Liz. You've got a great partner there to put up with your bullshit every day.
Man, do it.
I'm going to say I'm going to miss you as much as I'm going to miss the donuts every Saturday.
Yeah,
that was a nice treat. But seriously, Chief, I know the show is ending, but friendships are not. This is just the professional side of what we all do together. Friendships last, and I'm grateful to have gotten to know you over these years and to respect the fuck out of you as an individual and what you do to give back. So you're going to be missed here on the show, but like you said, never say never. The door is always open. The phone lines occasionally work.
Yeah.
We can video link in whenever you want, but I just want you to stay who you are, as they say in the Jewish religion, for another 120 years, which means live for a long time. So I'm grateful to have you part of the show.
I got one thing to say. I'm breaking the flip phone out.
Breaking
it out.
Wait,
hello.
Let's bring the toy out and everything. Let's get everything out. Where's
I
the
got
toy?
the flip.
All right, what we're going to do, let's reset. Let's step aside for a quick break.
Yes.
We come back. We'll start with NXT, even though the show has started. Hopefully, at the bottom of the hour, our guest from TNA, Jake Something, will be joining us. They have something coming up here in town in a couple of weeks, which we'll talk about. You're watching Thoughts Cut Anywhere. Post your comments about Chief, Facebook, YouTube, wherever. We'll be right back.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
All right, now it's time to get down to business. We have an hour and 45 minutes left to talk about a lot of events. Let's get to NXT Stand and Deliver.
Ding, ding, ding.
There you go. You should have brought the bell in for old time's sake. All right, pre-show match. Let's start there, which is probably happening as we speak, I would presume.
Probably over right now.
Joe
Pre-show match.
Gacy versus Sean Spears. Without knowing the results yet, My prediction, quite frankly, would be Spears.
Yeah, I'm going with Spears as well.
Hopefully we're right.
I'm going. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I'm going Joe Gacy.
I'm going Sean Spears, the chairman.
Okay. Very good. All right, let's get to some of the matches on the regular card. All right, we're going to try this again with the call. Thea Hall, Kalani Jordan, and Fallon Henley versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dame.
I'm going with Thea Hale, Kehlani Jordan, and Fallon Henley.
I'm going JC Jane.
I'm going JC Jane because Kiana James is on that team. She's
All right, I'm going to go with JC because Chief said so. That's why. All right, we're going to try this again. Is that Ronald again? Ronald, are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
There you are, buddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Just, we're getting a set together for a steel cage match we got coming up for our next event on May 10th.
Aren't you a little early for that cage match? Put the cage to be put together?
Oh, we got to put it. Well, we're putting a new chain on it.
They have to learn as they go along.
They're building it bar by bar.
Gotcha. All right, so the airspace is yours. Did you want to say something to Chief?
Yes, Chief. You will be missed. Thank you, brother, for everything, and love you.
I love you too. And even though I won't be on the show
Very often.
I know how to get a hold of you, and we'll chat, we'll talk. Trust me.
Yes, sir.
So I greatly appreciate you calling in, and have fun down there in Florida. We're out here in 40-degree weather today.
Here. I wish it was 40 degrees.
I was in Orlando yesterday. It was 80 degrees. I didn't want to come back to this. Say hi to Gary for us. Let Gary know about Chief, and if he's available, wants to send some words in, that'll be great.
All right, I'll let him know.
Thank you, Agent, in the future.
Love you, brother. Love you.
Yeah.
NXT Tag Championship, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
You know what?
It's okay.
I'm going Axiom and Frazier on this one because I think Breaker and Corbin. I think they're going back up to the main roster.
Who? Breaker and Corbin?
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm taking
Axiom and Nathan.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Historian.
I'm torn. Because you spent that time for a couple of weeks building up Gallows and Anderson
It's a
to face.
freaking simple question, man.
No, it's not a simple question.
Just answer the damn question. Who are you taking? We got an hour and 45 minutes. We got 3 pages.
an hour and 40 minutes.
Hurry up, will you?
He's still checking the time on his flip phone.
Wait a minute.
The sands haven't gone through yet. Oh,
The set of the hourglass.
see if Jethro Gibbs is on the
You got like a
phone.
sundial outside.
Hey, this was a good flip phone, too.
I know.
I'm
So who's
going
your choice? Give us a choice
Breaker
already.
and Corbin to retain.
All right.
They're coming back, too.
Corbin and Breaker.
All right. I'm agreeing with you. I think they're just too good down there right now. There's so much going on the main roster.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see them lost in there. So I'm going to think they're going to retain as well.
They're coming back.
I know they are. Are you going to get a new one?
I got 4 of them. I forgot my damn phone number. I used to have to put it on the back of the phone so I knew what my number was.
NXT
The number's
North.
so old it was a 2-digit
It was
number.
without an area code.
That was good. I like that one.
NXT North American Championship, Obafemi versus Dijak versus Josh Briggs.
It's pronounced Dijak.
That's what I said. You heard me wrong.
Oba Femi's retaining. He's going to
Is
pin.
he from Star Wars?
Yes. We'll go with that. He's going to pin Briggs.
Ronald says this is why you get fired, Thomas Burnett.
Shut up, Ronald.
I'm taking Briggs
All right.
just because he's taking the other guy.
Who did you take? Oba?
Oba, yeah.
Uba Duba.
Oba Winfrey.
I'm going to go Oba Femi too.
Oba
Ooh.
Femi.
And still.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Well,
Could you see him and Almost being together as a tag team?
Oba will be carrying that team.
Jennifer McCord just checked in. Good morning, Jennifer. And I don't think she missed the beginning of the show, but we'll recap that in a second.
Morning, Miss Jen.
I'm going to take Dijak only because nobody picked him, and I'll fill out the round. So
I know. He doesn't listen.
Who the hell
I
is
could have called him
Dijak?
Kojak,
Who's
for all I. NXT Women's Championship, Valkyria versus Perez.
I'm going Roxanne. Thinking and new.
And new.
Roxanne Perez, stop copying me.
Liar. Valkyrie.
Lion. You're going opposite everybody today, aren't you? It's your day. Why not?
He's really going off today. We're coming back next week, and his ass ain't.
That's right. We have to take the gruff for the picks.
You don't care how many gets wrong tomorrow. You're not gonna hear anything about it next week.
All of a sudden, I feel like today might be my last. No, boy, kidding. Roxanne Perez, who I'm going with as well.
We've been off the air for 10 minutes.
Excellent. Well,
Roxanne.
what else is new? Anyway, NXT Championship, Dragunov D'Angelo. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Oh, looks like we have our guest hanging in there. So let's
Where are we at?
hang on.
NXT
Let's hold off on that because our guest I see is in the green room. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to welcome our very special guest. He is from TNA Wrestling. He is a star. Mr. Jake Something joins us from parts unknown. Something or other. Good morning, Jake. How are you?
I'm not from parts unknown.
It just sounded good.
I'm from Michigan.
Oh, you're from Michigan. Okay. Are you there now?
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a hoodie and a
I was going to say, you look a little chilly. I can see why the full beard is there to keep you extra warm, too.
Yeah. I'm waiting until the last minute to get everything trimmed up before I go to the pay-per-view.
Well, welcome to Thoughts Count Anywhere. I'm Aaron. This is Chief. We have Thomas in the middle. We call him the historian. Matt Mullen on the end. We thank you so much for taking time to join us this morning. Greatly appreciate it.
Nice to meet
Matt,
you.
why don't you take it away? Why don't you get us started, Matt?
Of course. What are you going to do to beat Mustafa Ali in Vegas at Rebellion?
What am I going to do?
What's your game
How
plan?
are you going to take out Mustafa Ali?
I'm going to show up. That's all I got to do.
He's gonna show up and
that's
show up.
That's not a dig at him. That's for anybody. That's my game plan for anybody. I train hard every day. No one's any different. So and I won't take him lightly because he's a champion and he's awesome. He's really good. But yeah, I just got to show up.
I'm looking forward to it. I think that's going to be an exciting match between you two. I like to ask the informal question that a lot of people know. How'd you get your start in wrestling? And I know Chief always loves to know who was your main trainer when you got started.
Delirious, my main trainer. And I got my start at the Ring of Honor Academy. I think eventually it started being called the Ring of Honor Dojo. I don't think it's a thing anymore. But honestly, that's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. So when I was in high school, I just saved up money. As soon as I graduated, I packed everything into my car and drove 14 hours or however long it was. And I was ready to live in my car if I needed to do that. But I found a place to live. And then I trained and off to the races from there.
That sounds to be a common thread, guys, with a lot of folks like Jake getting their start. You know, they have the dream, like you said, you know, money was short, you know, living in the car until you work through it. And that seems to be a pretty common backstory for a lot of wrestlers like yourself.
Yeah, I mean, just I know that, you know, you got to do what you got to do, right? So
right, yeah, right on.
Yeah,
I guess that's perseverance because certainly it's paid off for you as it has for many that started out like you. So congratulations for following your passion and having the success that you've had, Matt.
Thank you.
I've been a big fan of yours for a long time, and you're such like a big guy, like doing all this X Division stuff. What kind of training do you do that, like, such a big guy, you can move around as much as you do?
I do a lot of explosive training, but I do think that's one of those things. Like a lot of times you'll see, I mean, think of any like pro athlete or bodybuilder or anybody, like when they always have like a key feature, like, man, I wonder what that guy does to make his like trap so big. Or sometimes it's just like, that's just the way you're built and that's who you are. And then you'll find that when people find that about themselves, they try to accentuate it. And that's what I've done. Like, I know that I'm a very explosive person, so I do explosive training to accentuate it.
Nice.
Who did you watch wrestle growing up? Obviously, you've been a fan of wrestling a long time. Who were your superstars back in the day?
I know everyone says Hogan, and I'm also going to say Hogan because that was the guy when I was a kid. And, you know, I grew up in the Attitude Era and stuff. So I love Stone Cold. I love The Rock. I love all those guys. My favorite, all-time favorite is Triple H still. He's like, it's funny because there's little things I've noticed in wrestlers. You can find out who their favorite is if you just watch them and kind of watch how they move.
Right.
And I've had someone point that out to me, like, oh, yeah, you move like Triple H when you do this, and stuff like that. You watch Josh Alexander, you're like, oh, that guy loves Kurt Angle, you know? Like there's certain things that you can
that's a good point.
It's cool.
Right on.
He looks like Daniel Bryan.
You know, I was saying the same thing. From this angle, the way, you know, with the hat, you do look like you guys could be twins. I thought it was a great point.
Yeah, I've heard that before. It's almost always when I let this go, though.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you. It keeps me warm.
He says you're styling and profiling.
Who said that?
There you go. There it is, right there.
You got Vegas coming up soon, a couple of weeks, dude. I mean, you're going to get out of the cold.
Mhm.
In theory, it should be a little warmer here, although today it's about 55.
Yeah.
You
Last
let-
time I was in Vegas, it was pretty cold still. I was a little upset.
so you're bringing it from Michigan. I see that. I think might be the problem.
I think you're right.
But tell us about why you love wrestling in Sin City here. Las Vegas is a height. What is your enjoyment for here?
I mean, it's also exciting, right? It's such a different environment than from where I'm from. So kind of as soon as I go there, there's it's a different energy. So the crowd will bring a different energy. I think I've wrestled there, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times. And I mean, every time it's electric. The last time was the most electric. And I'm really hoping that we can keep carrying that over.
Right on.
Hey, Jake, you're wrestling against Mustafa Ali out here.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a barn burner match.
Me too.
I really do. And I can't wait to see what you fellas are going to do in the ring.
Thank you.
And I mean that. I've been a wrestling fan over 50 years. And you alluded to it, Hulk Hogan. See, in my day, it was Bruno Sammartino.
Awesome.
So I had to throw that out.
Yeah.
One of my colleagues, because he'll have a comeback here very soon.
Chief's actual first favorite wrestler was Moses.
The original celebrity death match, Moses and Pharaoh back in the day.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I mean this, I know we're going to be at the show. So
Awesome.
I hope we actually get to meet you in person.
Hey, I don't see why that wouldn't happen.
Well, maybe if we have an extra TCA shirt or hat lying around, maybe he'll wear it to the ring for us. How cool would that be?
I can't be covering this up. Come on, guys.
Our shirts going to the
I was going to say, however, we obviously do, as you can see. We love covering it up.
That was good. That was good.
It'd be more likely you're wearing
His shirt. That is true. I'd have to buy his shirt to wear.
Yeah,
we were
right.
just going to give him ours for free. Oh, God.
Let me ask. Hey, Jay, when were you at the ROH dojo? How long?
From
rough.
my wrestling anniversary is coming up, but it was from October of 2008 until the very end of April of 2009, and my very first match was like 3 days later. It was like Cinco de Mayo weekend, down in Detroit at there's like a big like Cinco de Mayo festival, Mexican town, awesome events that always happen in Detroit. And I wrestled there my first wrestling weekend. It was awesome.
Now to see you there and to see where you're at now with TNA.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
awesome. That's awesome.
Cool. It's cool.
With your immediate goal probably winning the X Division Championship in a couple weeks,
Mhm.
what are your ultimate goals still to accomplish in TNA?
I've said before that I want every title, and I mean that. Like everything I can get my hands on, I want it because I want to go down in history, right? Like I want years from I love TNA truly, and I remember watching Abyss, AJ Styles, Petey Williams, Sabin, like all those guys, and I want to be talked about the way that I'm talking about them. So if I want to be Grand Slam champion. I want everything. So I want it all.
Isn't that why we all get in the business? So no matter what we do, we want to be the best of what we do, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I see it. I pulled up information from Wikipedia, and the person who compiled all this was Abraham Lincoln. And so, when he writes something on the internet, it's got to be true, right?
Well, let's find out.
Looking at your information here, you apparently wrestled Bobby Lashley in your past. Is that correct?
Yeah. So some cool Jake something lore is when I was first trying to get a job with TNA at the time, it was Impact, I think, if I remember right.
Right.
There was an opening. Again, I'm from Michigan, and it was down when it was in Florida. And there was an opening in a car that Scott D'Amore kind of let me jump in. So I jumped in that car, and it was like 17-hour drive or something like that. And I did that drive a few times when I was trying to get my foot in the door. One of those times, I think it was the first one, John E. Bravo was in the car with me too. We drove through an actual tornado. I was behind the wheel, and he brings it up all the time too because it's so crazy. It was a real tornado. Like there was like alarms for it. It was on the news, everything. So I'm like white knuckle driving through this. Metallica's playing, so we always talk about that too. It was like For Whom the Bell Tolls or something. But yeah, so I drove all the way down there. I didn't have any guaranteed spot or anything like that. I was just trying to show up and show face. And luckily, there was a handful of dudes there that knew me and respected me. Abyss was one of them, so he was like pushing for me to have a match. That match ended up being against Bobby Lashley, who is giant. And I think at the time I was probably like 30 pounds lighter too. Wow. So I was like, oh shit. He's a big boy. I got him in a waist lock, and I felt like I was touching a tree. It was just like the hardest substance I've ever felt. So yeah, he washed me in about 3 minutes, but
yeah, but it's on your resume though that you wrestled Bobby Lashley.
And that started everything. Like he loved it. So he told everyone, like, hey, we have to sign this man right now. Didn't happen right now, but a year later I finally got in. So
right on. Well, the seed was planted that night, so it flourished a year later. Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't Jake something, it was Jake Wayne Holmes that day, but
still your blood.
Yeah, my blood was in there, that's for sure.
Okay, man.
We have a pretty large Las Vegas audience, and if there's somebody out there like, should I go to Rebellion? Should I not go to Rebellion? Why should somebody buy a ticket to TNA Rebellion April 20th in Vegas at the Palms?
Well, if they're visual learners, just look me up. You're going to see a lot of heavy strikes, a lot of power bombs, and if that doesn't get you in the door, I don't know what will. But besides that, I mean, I can just tell you, I'm not the only match. There's a lot of really good ones. You're going to see Josh Alexander and Hammerstone go at it for the third time, and if anyone's been keeping up with that, if that doesn't get you in the door, I don't know what will. If Jordan Grace doesn't get you in the door, I don't know what will. Like, we got a stacked roster for real. We have a lot of people that are best.
I might take it for that. I might take it for Jordan with all due respect. Okay.
No, I think she's the best women's wrestler in the world right now for sure. So if I don't do it, I don't know what will.
Yeah, exactly. But go ahead. You want to ask the great famous question we always end with, or you want to go with the name change? I like that one.
I'll go with the name change one.
All right.
But I remember when you said you started like being a fan of like TNA, it was like AJ Styles and all of them when it was TNA, and then it went back to Impact Wrestling. What did it mean to you to like now be a member of the TNA roster again when they changed the name?
It was awesome. Actually, it was the moment I was allowed to. I instantly posted a picture that said TNA Superstar. That's all I said. That's the only thing. Like, is the moment I was allowed to do that, I did it. I don't know if any of you have gotten to watch the video of when they recorded us in the back when they made the announcement. Yeah, it was very real. It was genuine. Like, none of us knew it was going to happen. It's funny. I think you can hear Trey or somebody. It was probably Trey. Like, before the announcement happened, he goes, "Oh, watch, it's going to be that we're TNA again," like jokingly. And then it happened, and we all just screamed, dude. Trey was screaming, I was screaming. It was awesome.
Well, that's good. It's a great reaction when the locker room buys into the changes that companies make.
And it's for an outlooker looking in, it might just seem like a name change, but it's an energy change too, and it's very real. Like, we all feel it, it feels good.
There was talk about the 6-sided ring maybe coming back too. Is that really ever serious?
Who the hell talked about that? Hey, that ain't happening.
Abraham,
I've been in one of them a couple times. They suck. They're not cool. I don't think they look cool either.
That's for MMA fighters, right? Multiple sides like that.
Yeah, whatever. It's just it's not very. I don't think it's very practical for most things.
Are you saying it's not wrestler friendly?
I don't think it's wrestler friendly at all. A lot of people talk about how hard those rings are, which is like, yeah, they're hard, but I mean, we've all been in really hard rings, and that's not even the biggest part. It's like the ropes suck. The way you like maneuver in it sucks. It's just it doesn't have the pros and cons are pretty outbalanced. I think the only pro is like, yeah, that looks different. You know, like
I've met a lot of TNA wrestlers, and everyone's had like the same experience.
Yep.
Or every fan's like, bring back the 6-sided ring. Every wrestler's like, oh, no.
I think my match with Bobby Lashley was in a 6-sided ring, and that may have been the first time I did it. And I just remember hitting those ropes and being like, what was that?
Never again.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to give you the pencil. You're going to draw up your own dream match. Who would you want to face in your ultimate dream match in your career?
I've got a couple. I actually said this on Twitter yesterday or the day before or something, and I was serious but joking. I was like, me versus Mike Awesome would be great. That'd be
Mike Awesome.
That'd be an insane match. Him and I tagging would be insane too. But also, no one would ever be able to take the titles off us if we won them. So there's that. I was in like a little program with Abyss, and we never got to fully finish it. I would love a match with Abyss. Monty Brown, get your ass out here, Monty. I'll fight you. And one of my dream matches that I know will never happen is Triple H, but I had it up here and it was pretty good.
There you go. I'm sure you won like in a squash match, right?
Against Triple H?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the King of Kings, baby. Can't be.
Right. All right, Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. I always ask people the last question. I always ask the same question because I'm always curious of everyone's answers.
Well, it's the only one you know.
What is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling or your Mount Rushmore of TNA wrestling?
Ooh, let me try the TNA one. That's interesting to me. I'm gonna put Saban in there, Petey Williams, Abyss, AJ Styles. Let me think before I lock that in. It's got to be them.
Sounds like a good step.
Yeah, it's got to be them.
It is your Mount Rushmore. You can put anybody on there you want. So
yeah.
That's a good group. I like that. I like that question.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, gentlemen, because I know he's got to take care of business. First of all, thank you for taking time with us again. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to TNA. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah,
we have the
definitely.
information.
Thank you.
Also, I believe we have some tickets to give away, don't we?
Yeah, we got tickets for Rebellion we're going to give away tonight or today.
Today during the show. That's right. And it may be to see how our viewers listen. Maybe a question that we threw at you to see if they remember your answers.
I hope they do.
Everybody listen. Quick shout out also to Ross from TNA for having Jake come on with us. Thank you, TNA and Ross. We appreciate it. Jake, again, continued success. We want to make sure we see you in a couple of weeks because we want to meet you in person. And we wish you a lot of success against Mustafa Ali. I know we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
Mike, have a great time. Thank you, Mike. Jake, thank you for coming in and joining us from Michigan, the Michigan, as we say, from Michigan. Thank you, Jake. All right, you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hey, we'll be right back. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. It's me, President Trump, greatest president in the history of presidents, and I've been on a lot of shows. Believe me, but the best one by far is Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. This guy is so amazing. What a great interviewer, and you can catch him every Saturday from 12 to 1. 12 to 1. It's a tremendous show. You know why? I was on it, and the ratings went through the roof. Check it out on WWDBTV. That's WWDBTV. It's huge.
We're
All
back.
right, we're back. What's the phone number?
702-992-3207.
Hey, that's our number.
Hey, good thing. Don't call it. You'll get marketers. Again, thank you to Jake Something. We appreciate you taking time with us. And again, Ross, thank you so much for helping arrange that. We look forward to seeing you as well in a couple of weeks. If you don't have your tickets yet, we got some that we can give away. We'll get to that at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
And we'll give away, how many tickets do we have? We have a couple of pairs, right? Is
Yeah,
that
a couple of pairs.
Maybe we'll give away a couple of pairs in honor of Chief's last hour on the air with us. We'll do that all in the second hour.
Yeah.
What?
But we can have Chief do something weird to win the tickets.
Oh, God.
Those employed by Thoughts Count Anywhere or are not eligible to win tickets. We already have our tickets, I think.
What didn't you tell me?
What do you mean, what didn't I tell you?
Well,
oh, about that?
you're talking all weird, man.
Well, listen, you know John. You should know John by now. No, we're done as far as, listen, I'm just going to say this. We're done with that kind of stuff as far as I know, but I've been out of the loop for the last couple of days.
I don't know nothing.
All right, let's get back to it. We were
got the
talking
championship match.
championship match. Dragunov and D'Angelo. Who you got?
Dragging off easily.
And still Dragunov.
Okay. You're going the other way, aren't you?
Hey.
It's just
D'Angelo.
We have some latecomers here.
all right. What does it say here? What, Chief is leaving?
Yes.
Jennifer says the Chief is leaving?
Yes, folks, I am leaving. Today is my last day on the show. So
At the end of the show, John was kind enough to put together a 1.5-minute clip as a send-off. We will play that again at the end. But yeah, I don't know if you want to give a quick synopsis as to why, but bottom line is live on the show, Chief he's going on top with WrestleMania weekend. How's that?
I'm I made the decision.
Chief said we may lose Jennifer as a follower. You know that. She just wrote, "Oh no."
I made a decision a little bit of time ago that WrestleMania weekend was the right weekend for me to go out
on top.
On top.
All right. So in the meantime, who's your pick for the championship?
He said.
Oh, you said D'Angelo?
Yes.
Who are you going with?
I said Dragunov.
I'm just making sure I got everybody.
I said Dragunov.
All right. Very good. So
He
we're all
didn't pay
across the
attention to
board.
himself.
I'm going to go with the champ because why not? I like his last name.
Go ahead.
Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. This should be a very
There's
intriguing match.
no way in hell Trick is losing this match. Unless Shawn Michaels has lost his damn mind.
Okay. Hey,
Trick
listen, he
Williams
almost
is
sounds
getting
like-
his revenge for sure.
It sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Revenge on who?
Carmelo.
Okay, listen, there may be like Jennifer. She doesn't know what you're referring to. Just trying to get clarification.
No, to you.
Hey, you're fired again. But first, you got to be rehired to get fired. You're hired. You're fired again.
He's getting freaking feisty.
He is. Like he's, like he thinks he's important. Is he auditioning to fill your seat?
Hell
Because
no.
I don't see like aisle 7 over there. That's St. Albert's.
No frozen peas over there.
He thinks he's Samson.
Yeah. Cheers are coming out if you don't shut up over there. Anyway, no. All right. So we got those picks. So we got Carmelo. Who else? Who hasn't made their pick yet?
Chief.
I'm going Carmelo.
Okay.
And you?
I'm going to go with Carmelo because I think Trick's going to be called up to main roster.
Oh, you can be wrong. It's cool.
That's all right. Wouldn't be my first time.
And I think Trick's going to be the one that takes the title off of Dragunov
Oh, okay. Well,
out
sounds
here
good.
in June.
Now, I know Ronald was putting together a steel cage, but hopefully after he figures out how to put one pole to the other, I don't know why they're starting a month out, but hopefully he'll go back through the show and get all of our predictions for that. All right. And I know results are probably coming in, and we're making these predictions without knowing any results from NXT.
No, I
so-
have no idea.
All right.
I really don't care.
Let's
Oh, I didn't say
Oh,
that.
short timer's attitude,
Did I
huh?
No.
You can tell it's like the last day of school for a senior, at a high school waiting to get out.
Senioritis.
He's got a different version of senior, right?
Right, exactly. Before we start talking about WrestleMania predictions, let's go up to some of the I Hear Voices topics in here. Rumor is Roman's going to be taking an extended break from WWE after WrestleMania 40. They believe what I've been reading is they think until May, maybe out in Saudi Arabia.
He's always on vacation.
I know.
Is that
Never shows up.
is that a prelude
Well,
to
yeah.
him not winning the title, or
It
He's the
doesn't
best of
mean
all
nothing.
time.
even better than Bruno?
Hell no.
Fuck yeah.
So
No.
he's not the best of all
Hell
time.
no.
Oh, did you
No.
actually hear they're coming out with the new Bruno
No.
San Martino figure?
They can
They
hardly
dip the plastic in melatonin,
Yeah.
so it'll put you to sleep just like his matches did.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He must have thought that one up for the whole year.
He did. He waited on that one
A
until
whole
today.
year.
No, I thought about that like 10 seconds
The
ago.
whole year. Mhm. And, it's pretty bad when all you do is post pictures of yourself on Facebook with women.
But what else would you expect to be? Wait a
It
minute.
makes you wonder.
What else?
He's just jealous he can't get to the hubcaps.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh my gosh! All right,
All right, where
It
we
doesn't
at?
I have
make a
no idea.
Where
difference.
we at?
If
This doesn't
What?
give a spoiler on the match.
well,
on
if he
Sunday.
again, I'm just throwing it out there. If Roman wins, right, that is going to be almost 2 months without the champ. Now, not that hasn't happened. I know that with him over the last couple of years, but with the significance of the Bloodline story right now, can it continue forward after this weekend with him knowingly being out for 2 months ish until
Yeah,
Saudi
because
Arabia?
Rock's not going to be around either. Rock's not going to start filming his MMA movie.
When?
Okay. I heard this
A week
morning.
or two after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's one of the reasons they think to get in shape for that is this has helped him physically get into shape
get him in
with all his training.
his cardio.
Does he look like he was real out of shape?
Yeah,
before
exactly.
this?
Right. I don't know. I just was wondering if there is a little foreshadowing there with him taking this time off. Foreshadowing, that's for with taking this time off in terms of the belt. Are you comfortable with the champ not being around for 2 months with the belt? I'm not. That's why we were unhappy with Lesnar.
Every 30 days.
There was a rule.
Here's what I want to throw out. Whether Roman's there or not, he may need to take a little time off. I said it last week. We don't know. Okay. But it's called the bloodline. So I want you to think, and I want to think about it. What happens? Roman loses. Rock goes away. What happens to Solo? Jimmy and Jay have the match this weekend. One of them's going to win. Maybe. Or it's a DQ, and it continues on. The storyline. If one of them wins, then what happens to everything?
I think we see a formation of a new Bloodline 2.0 with, I think, maybe the winner of the Jay and Jimmy match. Solo may get involved tonight in the tag team match because he is being left in the background, so to speak. So again, this is one of the things we love about the story. For 4 years, there are just so many twists and turns of possibilities.
But it's all, everybody's talking about Roman.
Right.
There's more in the bloodline than just Roman.
Sure.
Okay. Granted, Roman is the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He is the man on WWE right now.
Mm-hmm.
Roman loses this week.
Mm-hmm.
Monday night, who's the face of WWE?
Cody.
Whoa!
Yeah, that'd be Cody. Cody wins. He's the face of the
Cody
company.
would be the face of the company.
Just saying.
No, I'm in agreement with all that. My
All right.
concern, though, is let's say Roman does retain under these bloodline
Yeah.
rules, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
If the tag match, if they win tonight,
Absolutely.
if he has the belt and he goes away, that's where the question becomes: who's the face of the company? You can call the champ. Usually is.
I still say,
It's been Cody for the last year.
I still say, and
And
I'm going to stick to it.
Just go Seth.
A champion should have to defend every 30 days.
I mean, no disagreement.
It makes it good for the company.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it good for the fans.
Absolutely, I can't disagree.
I mean, with Roman gone anyway, it's just going back to like the 80s and 90s when Hogan was never on TV as champion anyway, or Savage. They were never on.
Well, I think
superstars or challenge. They're hardly ever there.
I think what the lesson we all should have learned when Lesnar was champ. The universe does not like when the champion is not around often, whatever the definition is.
No, back because we're conditioned back to the Attitude Era when the champion was around every week.
Well, now
we're reverting back to the old days when the champion was never around.
Whether it's the Attitude Era or not, the champion should always be around.
Yeah.
So can I throw this question
Sure.
out? WWE Raw is going to go to Netflix, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And SmackDown's going to come to USA.
Correct.
Okay. So if Roman or Cody is the champ, they're going to go to Netflix, or are they going to be able to also go to USA?
You mean show up on both shows?
Yes.
We're 11
Why
months.
not?
We're like 9 months away.
I mean,
no one's
the reason I
done
say
that yet.
There's two different companies, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well, TV companies, yeah, but it's
Well, no, I mean Netflix does Netflix own USA
No.
or USA?
but
own
WWE
Netflix?
has to be now. Maybe that's why they're bringing the draft back. If they split,
is way
is that where you were
early.
going? You son of a gun!
Which is way early. I thought they would do it like more closer to when
You
they're.
read my mind.
But I guess since they don't know what's going on.
I hate when I read your mind. It just makes me think.
I thought I was going to get it.
But I guess
over.
since they don't know what they're going to do with Raw in the fall yet, so I guess he's going to do it now.
I'm just saying, could he go to both shows?
I'm sure they could.
Would there be a problem though?
No, it's just TV right deals. It's not like
exclusive.
Netflix doesn't own Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, they
It's
don't
just
tell
they
them
have
who they
a
want.
deal to air it.
But they have a contract, don't they?
They don't have a contract for the champion to be on solely Netflix. They're just airing the show.
But we don't know that.
But I think
we do know that.
I mean, the executives of Netflix probably
I don't
would
know
want,
that.
Well, the executives of Netflix probably wouldn't want to say, "Hey, we want Roman Reigns on our show," or "We want Cody Rhodes on our show.
They could be like Fox. That's what Fox did, and they were like, "We want Roman Reigns. We want this.
We want a champion.
Charlotte.
We want a champ. That's why this other belt was developed.
We
Because
want
they wanted a
Charlotte
champion.
Flair.
That's the point.
We want
And I'd be
Bianca.
okay with that.
But now,
But if you're going to
you
flip flop,
continue on.
but if you're going to flip flop, if let's say the champions, both champions, right? If they are able to move around,
I think that's great.
I see no reason why the champions couldn't be on either show at any time to make both TV companies that signed them never cry like Fox did. We don't have a champion.
But even then, when like WWE World, Cody did an interview
Right.
and said not only does he want to change the like design of the championship, if he wins it, he's not going to call it the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. He's going to be WWE Champion.
Right.
And he wants to be the champion of Raw and SmackDown. So maybe that's a hint of them unifying the titles in the first place. So the champion should go to both shows.
They haven't.
Picked up my other.
And it could be why they may be splitting the tag titles tonight too.
Because they actually,
Possibly, that's the story.
now that I'm
That's
thinking
what we think.
about it, they've actually been saying they haven't really been calling it.
He's thinking.
I
I'm
thought
scared.
I smelled something.
They haven't really been calling it the Undisputed Universal Championship. They've been calling it the Undisputed WWE Championship lately.
Oh, okay. Very well.
Next, move on.
Did I get him? Pretty good, huh?
Oh, I'm loving this.
I think
I'm
good.
absolutely loving it. Let's
Where-
talk
where
about
we at? Where we
because
at?
I don't want to get into the WrestleMania talk. We're almost against
we
the
at?
top of the hour, and I don't want to break that. We'll
Page
do that
2.
after we come
Yeah.
back. So let's go to WWE report. I want to pull up. Last night we talked about it before we went on the air. It was a Hall of Fame. 6 people you said was inducted,
Past
and
my
Paul Heyman was the first individual inducted. I saw in a clip. He came out in the leather jacket with the brick phone and the hat and everything.
Yeah, they had a,
the
he had a
headset and
box
stuff.
on it. He had a box on the podium.
So that was great. But after his induction, the place thinned out. And I think that's unfortunate for those who still need to be inducted. It's not a good look. Could they make changes? Go back to something where this is what we were talking about before. Something where the Hall of Fame stuff can stand on its own, so that everybody being inducted can get their just dessert in front of everybody. Is it best after SmackDown when people are sitting there for 2 hours for the show? Then they got to sit through that. I'm happy for everybody that got in, but I'll put that on the table for discussion.
They could do it. They want to split it back up. They could just do it on a Thursday night before. But then again, we don't know what day SmackDown's going to be on in the fall. They haven't announced that yet.
Well, by the time they get to Hall of Fame next year, it's not going to matter.
No.
I think it should stay on SmackDown because like an hour after like SmackDown's like the perfect fit for it. Before that, it was like on its own night and it was like 4 or 5 hours long. No matter how much you like anybody, sitting there for 4 or 5 hours listening to people talk is massively boring.
That's why they have to do what they do in the Oscars. When you hear music or the red light, you're done.
It's even like CAC when we were like doing the awards and stuff. When Gerald Briscoe, I have much respect for, huge fan of him, super cool guy. He was up there talking for 3.5 hours.
Good Lord.
All right, that is
Us and Scarlett, should we turn the lights off? Should we flick something? How do we get him off the stage?
I think.
Dangle a carrot.
I think it should go to its own night. And if it's 6 people or 7 people, I think 20 minutes a piece is long enough.
Yeah.
I think 10 minutes is more than enough.
How do you justify like a $300 ticket for an hour show?
I've gone back. Well, that's where they would have to do a price adjustment. I've gone
WrestleMania.
I've gone back and I've seen some of some other inductions, and they've run between 20 and 25 minutes. And I'm talking about like JR and Dusty and Flair.
I think your main eventers who are being inducted, I think that's okay in my opinion.
And if they can do it in that amount of time, and that's where I'm saying, if you got 6 or 7, they got 20 minutes. Okay, it's an hour and a half, or stretch it to 2 hours.
Right.
And
was it televised? Used to be in the past.
It was on Peacock.
It was on Peacock. Because in the past, what I remember is they
It was on
recorded
USA.
it,
Yeah.
and then they later put up like in a 1-hour version.
Yeah.
It was edited, of
on
course,
USA.
on USA because they obviously wanted to mainly
And they may
focus.
still. You don't know.
Yeah, as a viewer, I'm okay with that because there's only really like in every class there's only like one, maybe two people you really want to see and hear their comments. So as a viewer, I almost kind of look forward to a 1 hour highlight version or find the clips online of the people I want to see. I don't know. I just feel bad for those who still needed to be inducted after Heyman. The crowd thinned out. I mean, you got some great names on there. I mean, everybody from Rock's grandmother on down to Rotundo and Wyndham and everybody else. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Just food for thought.
I think that the one thing is the people, and you've alluded to it many times, and I agree with you. I think the people that go to WrestleMania or the bigger shows, they're of the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're not my generation, so therefore they go to see the person they want to see and they leave.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I think it's boiling down to. Unfortunately,
they should just make it a TV production, film it, and put it on TV.
Yeah,
on Peacock as an edited version.
I'll say it this way: if you really want to know, go back, and I said it last week, I believe. Go back and watch some of Thunderbolt Patterson's promos, and then look at Dusty Rhodes' promos. And you'll see where Dusty got it, and it comes forward.
Yeah.
Okay, it's passed forward. Like Jake something said this morning. A wrestler picks somebody out and develops their stick or their character from that person. Well,
I've never met a wrestler where they weren't like, where'd you come up with your character? I took a little from this person, a little from that person, and made it my own.
And that's the way to do it because you're going to be studying these people. It's hard to come up with fresh ideas. We're going to go to a break.
Go look at Kevin, him doing Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
We're going to step aside and close out our first hour. We're a minute or two early for that. That's okay.
That's okay.
When we come back on the other side, we're going to get to WrestleMania Night 1, then Night 2, and we're going to also announce our question. We're going to one of our first question to give away a pair of tickets to the TNA event in a couple of weeks. So get your dialing fingers ready.
And you got to call on the
That's right. On the Chiefs flip phone. No answers in the chat room will be accepted. No answers from YouTube chat. You must call with the correct answer. You're watching Thoughts Count Hour. We'll be right back.
Count hour?
Thoughts count anywhere.
This is D'Lo Brown. If you want to be part of one of the greatest podcasts on the world, Thoughts Count Anywhere, every Saturday, 9 to 11 Pacific. Now recognize that. Hey, everybody, Aaron Philson. I am standing with Anthony Miller. Hey, I have a quick question for you. What's the name of your favorite wrestling show? Thoughts Count Anywhere. What a convenience. Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific. If this guy watches it, better watch it also on Facebook. This is your Warlord of Weird Sin Bodhi, and you are watching Thoughts Count Anywhere right here on Facebook, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. Stay tuned. Do I look like I'm clowning around? Buddy, I'm Aaron Phillips, and I am with the legend. And Sabu, you were telling me earlier about a special wrestling show that you really like, and that is what? Thoughts Count Anywhere. That's a coincidence. The same show that runs Saturdays, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on Facebook. You better listen to the man to watch.
Aloha, this is April Hom, the Royal Hawaiian from Glow, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere.
You did it!
Yay! That's because I wrote it down in big letters. Hour number 2 underway.
702-992-3207.
Give it again.
Hey, that's our
702-992-3207.
One more time. 3 times they say it helps.
702-992-3207.
Want to go for 4?
Because the chief said so.
All right, you need that number because we are looking for
702-992-3207.
It's on the screen. They can see it now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're going to give away 1 pair of tickets to get things started for TNA card. What's the dates?
Who's
Give
the Chief's favorite wrestler? No.
April 20th and 21st at the Palms.
And that's the pay-per-view and
Rebellion and the TV tapings the next day.
Question number 1. How many are we going to give away? How many pairs do you want to give away? 2? 3 within the next hour?
Sure.
All right.
We'll give 2.
Giveaway question number 1. Hey, where did Jake something say he trained? Very simple question. Where did he say he trained when he broke in? 702.
Were you paying attention?
992-3207. God, I hope so. 702-992-3207. Phone line are open. Phone line 1 are. Okay, one line is open.
and no fair rewinding.
That's right. Don't put any answers in the chat room. You'll be disqualified. So you must call in 992.
For the next 3 shows.
702-992-3207. Where did Jake something say he trained? All right, let's get started with night 1, shall we, gents? You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Rey Mysterio, and now the new replacement for Dragon Lee, who was taken out, Andrade, taking on Santos Escobar and one Dom Mysterio.
Well, with Andrade replacing Dragon Lee, I'm now going with Rey and Andrade.
Okay.
I'm still going with Dominic and Escobar.
Okay. I think Carlito's going to play possibly an interesting role.
I think he's going to turn.
I think Dominic's going to pin Rey.
You think so? Wow.
That'll be good. I mean, Dominic could get the win back. Yeah.
All right, Chief.
I'm going with Rey.
Okay.
I'm going with Rey.
I'm going to take Rey and Andrade also, although I do think it'll lead to something against Dominic down the line.
It could lead to a hair versus mouse match.
I heard that too as this potential. All right, our phone line is ringing, so we have our highly qualified phone screener seeing who it is on the phone.
It's you, Brandy?
Brandy. I think Brandy.
Such a fine girl.
You know what? You said it faster than I could.
Stand by,
All right. Glad she's able to get through. Miss Brandy, how are you this morning?
Ruby, how are you guys?
Brandy.
I have to say I'm very heartbroken. That
No, we got her.
leaving.
Yeah, she's heartbroken. You're leaving.
That's okay, sister. I'll still be around. Don't worry.
I was going to say it.
You couldn't get rid of that so-called historian?
He needs a haircut.
Hey, do you
Who the
think
hell does? He looks like Shaggy.
That's his new name. No more historian. He's now Shaggy. Ruh-roh.
I'll take it.
Good to hear from you, girl. How are you?
I'm good. You know, getting ready to move.
I know. I saw that yesterday. Congrats on the new digs.
Excited.
Why does she call it?
Yeah, why? It's right. How do you have time to call if you're moving? Are you also calling in for tickets by chance?
I am.
All right, so answer the question. Where was Jake something initially trained? And the answer is?
ROH Dojo.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yay!
Ding. Excellent job.
She was actually paying attention for once. I'm
She
proud.
was paying a pair of tickets. How a pair of tickets? I know.
Okay.
That's.
A pair is
I'm sorry. It's a freaking Chiefs last day, and I'm
All right, so go ahead. Go ahead. Give her away. How many, Brandy? How many do you need?
Well, since my boyfriend, it's Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Just 2.
All right. She only needs a pair of tickets.
Okay.
So we all know
I knew that.
It will be me and Leland on Saturday, and then Leland and his dad on Sunday.
Perfect. All right.
See, I knew that. Why did you hassle me?
So obviously, Matt will get in touch with you because I think he's got the tickets. I don't know. Somebody's got the tickets. We'll set it up for you. As always, we love you for 5. I gave you your shout out last week. You do so much for us, supporting us and shouting us out. We love you for it.
I love you guys, and I'm not going to stop listening because Chief is leaving, but I might make surprise appearances now.
Listen, we're auditioning for new hosts, so
just remember one thing. You don't see my shoes up on the table. So
never say never.
Never say never.
Okay.
Thank you, Brandy. Love you. Good
Love
job.
you, girl.
Love you guys.
See you soon.
My buddy Raffy's in the chat room, my late night chauffeur from last night. And my WrestleMania partner, Raffy's in the chat room. We're going to be there next week, 2 weekends.
She got it.
Yeah, right on it. Right on it. And
She pays attention.
That's right.
Oh, for the team. Are you guys coming tonight for the
Not
thing, or are
tonight.
you going to sleep?
I'm going. I'm not even doing Aaron's hour today. I'm going home right after this.
I'll be there.
But we're more than likely going to be there tomorrow, so I give my wife a break from watching 2 nights of wrestling.
We're going to be there.
All right, so let's move on to question number 2. We're on a roll now. Let's give
Yeah.
away another pair.
Let's do it.
What do you think?
Who's Chief's favorite wrestler?
No. Who should it be? The second question.
Is there any
Can
doubt?
you win more than once?
No. Unless you pay us off. There's everybody has a price. I think somebody once said that. Right, exactly. All right, who did Jake something wrestle to get his big break? Who did he wrestle at his first real big opportunity? And then it was a year later when he officially got signed. But who was the wrestler he faced? 702-992-3207.
Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, shit.
Helped him get his foot in the door.
Helped him get his foot in the door. Courtesy, wasn't it? He said, well, maybe we'll say that for the next question.
Yes.
Who was the one that opened the door for him to have this match?
Yes.
But
that's a tough one.
But well, if they listened,
I don't even remember.
Okay, so then don't call in for tickets. You won't get them. Okay, let's get to.
That phone hasn't had service since 1907.
Do you have to put a quarter in the slot to make this work? Anyway, all right, let's get to it. So we all picked that match.
Nickel.
It was a wooden nickel at that. Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill taking on Damage Control.
That's a good.
Gee, I wonder who wins this match.
That's a Motorola. That's a good.
I wonder if Jade's just going to dominate Damage Control. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
I called that. I said that was going to happen.
Yep, you did.
So I'm going with Jade Cargill.
Okay, I think that's going to be a clean sweep on that one. Jorge Hernandez or George Hernandez.
George, what's up?
I figured somebody would know. He says, if a superstar needs a handler, then they have no business being in the wrestling entertainment industry. And then he also just put in there wrong answers in the chat only. So if you want to put answers to our questions in the chat room, they need to be the wrong ones. Okay?
Correct.
Like everybody does on Facebook. Puts a say the wrong one. We'll take that, but not the right one. Who did Jake something wrestle to get his big break? Okay. So I think we're all in agreement with that Damage Control will go down. 6-pack tag team ladder match for the currently undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Damian Priest and Finn Balor, Truth and Miz, Ciampa and Gargano, Kingston and Woods, Theory and Grayson, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
So according to the rules of this match, the match doesn't end until both sets of tag titles get pulled down.
Whoever Thoughts Count Anywhere show is who put Johnny Knoxville in there is fired. John. Well, our phone is ringing, which means maybe we have another chance of giving away some tickets. I love this. This is
I
cool.
do too.
This is great.
Hi.
Well, John is getting high apparently on the phone right now.
This is John.
All right. Give us. Oh, wait a minute. We got a standby signal. All right. Caller, who's this, please?
And where are you calling from?
And where are you calling from?
Aloha, this is Jennifer from Hawaii.
Jennifer from Hawaii. Are you coming out for TNA a couple of weeks? For A?
No, I'm not going to be there until June. But unfortunately, I have to go to an appointment, so I wanted to call in and say goodbye to Chief.
Well, I thank you, Miss Jennifer. You know I love you. You'll be here in June. I think we got some wrestling out here in June, I believe, coming in. I'm not sure.
What's your dates that you're planning on possibly?
I actually don't have my tickets or anything yet, but I'm planning to be there for, I think, for a couple of weeks, actually. I'm going to have a long trip there.
Oh, nice.
Probably about the first 3 weeks in June, something like that.
All right. Well, that's good because I want to make sure that if you come into town in June, it's before June 11th. For reasons that will not be disclosed at this time.
Negatively.
Right.
No, it's nothing negative. It's not going to be disclosed.
Nope.
But anyway, so go ahead, finish your comments with her. She loves you. She's the only reason she watches. She's followed this show as a non-wrestling fan simply because of you for over 2 years now.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's nonsense. And see, she teaches
she's a kindergarten
teacher. So she's trying to teach me something. See, I had it figured out, but I ran with it. But no, seriously, thank you very much for calling. Please continue, and I mean this, continue watching the show, even though I won't be here. as I said,
Clarify that.
as I
You
said,
may not be in the studio.
never say never. Okay, never say never. And
Okay.
but continue watching. Teach the little ones well so they don't grow up like the chief.
Oh, you are awesome. You are so awesome. I hope all the students turn out like you, Chief.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
I appreciate that very
A
much.
whole generation like
So-
Bruno Sammartino. Imagine that.
Hey, what's wrong? with
Nothing.
that?
I liked him. But
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna drop the elbow on you before I leave today. So anyway, Miss Jen, thank you very much, hon. I greatly appreciate those kind words.
Okay, and love you, Chief. And you guys are so awesome. And once again, I know nothing about wrestling, but I watch the show because you're all so funny together and you laugh and have a good time.
Thank you, Jennifer. Love you. I'll be in touch.
You should see him in real
Okay.
life.
Aloha. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Thanks, Jen.
All right, let me repeat the question. I'm going to add a little hint to that so we can maybe get what.
See, now it's going to work.
Oh, jeez.
What was the question?
I have no idea.
Hello?
What did Jake something? Who did Jake something wrestle to get his big break?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And the current hint I'm going to give you is that he's a current WWE superstar.
Yes,
help.
he is.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone you'll see tonight.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Well,
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. On wrestling, he'll be visible this weekend.
Boy, are you all.
70. You have no idea. 702-992-3207. I took an extra caffeine pill this morning.
Where are we at?
We are
tag team title match.
so the six pack tag team. Yeah, I got the Miz and Theory and Grayson as my two champs. They're going to split them as we talked about. I believe.
I like R-Truth. You know what? I like Ciampa and Gargano.
All right. Okay. Next.
The more I'm thinking about it,
That's who I like.
it doesn't. I could see A-Town Down Under
Who?
pulling down Theory and Waller. Sorry for being complicated.
Theory and Wall. They're not. Oh yeah, they are. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Wait, let me wind them up in the back.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I could see them pulling down the Raw titles,
I don't care which one.
and then maybe Truth and Miz pulling down the SmackDown titles.
I don't care which titles they pull down. I'm just looking for champions.
Yeah.
That's,
I think Truth is gonna grab like the first set of tag titles and celebrate like they won the whole thing, and then Waller and Theory are gonna like run up the thing, grab the other ones, and be like,
okay.
and that would
"There's
be
two champions."
And that would be typical Truth fashion.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
I hope that happens that way.
That would be okay.
That's one. That's one. Oh, and Theory is the other group. Right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Everybody good?
So we're all in agreement.
I think
Truth
so.
and Miz are going to win.
I think so.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's
That's
a
cool.
good matchup. All right, brother versus brother. The Usos. I guarantee you this: an Uso's going to win.
You stole my line. I was gonna be like,
Not necessarily. It's not guaranteed an Uso will win.
That's true. There could be a disqualification
shenanigans.
or yeah. So Jimmy versus Jay. I think Jay's going to win. I think this match means more to him to get his WrestleMania moment with what they've done with him in the last year.
Yeah,
I think he deserves that moment.
He's become the bigger star of the two.
Yeah.
But to make Jimmy relevant, I go Jimmy.
Okay. Do we get a Rikishi sighting?
We had one last night.
What do you do? Because again,
He
I
just
the Hall of Fame.
Just
the Hall of
said,
Fame.
yeah.
So he's there.
Yeah.
He was there because of Miss Maivia.
Gotcha.
So cool.
I see Jimmy winning because I don't see the Bloodline winning every. I don't see the Bloodline like losing every match. They got to like win something to keep it going.
Okay, fair enough.
It's the only reason. So Jay will be on the hunt to get revenge on his brother.
Okay, Chief.
I'm going with Jay.
Okay.
Yeet.
So we are split 50-50 on this.
No yeet.
Yeah. Yeah, we're no yeets. They're yeets.
Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental
Oh.
title. Now, I will say, I read this morning that apparently there were a couple of wrestlers who were advertised for the Andre the Giant Royale last night that didn't participate, and Gable was one of them. Does it mean anything?
That was
Who knows?
the Andre the Giant Battle Royale.
I know I tried to shorten the words because I couldn't remember them all.
Battle Royale.
Not only that, but there's
That
a
means
lot of
absolutely nothing.
people. Bronson Reed was the winner, in case you didn't know. But I thought it was interesting that Gable, who's been involved in this storyline with Sammy, was not there last night. So just for whatever it is for the Andre the Giant match. So thoughts on who's going to come out on top of that one?
And still, Gunther is retaining the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
I agree, and then Sammy will win it in Montreal in 2 weeks.
Ooh. Chief?
I want to go last.
Okay. I'd love to see Sami Zayn win. I think Gable's going to get involved somehow and maybe cost Sammy because of the previous storyline with Gunther, that he still wants his chance. So I'm going to take Gunther for the win, come hook or crook.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm quick. My wife says.
I
Are
think
you done? I'm quick.
I think
I
think Gunther's going to win.
Okay.
However,
did anybody hear that?
However,
I heard what you said.
After
you beat my, that's what she said.
After the match, all
Yeah,
right. After the match,
okay.
And Damian Priest and Finn Balor lost their tag belts.
Okay.
Damian Priest is going to cash in
on the IC belt.
On the IC belt, and he's going to beat Gunther for the IC belt.
Okay, go.
Wow.
I can see the wheels in your head turning. Go. Let him have it.
There's no way that happens.
Okay.
I got you. I got it noted. I got you. I got you. So
next,
I knew you wanted to
Senior
go- I
Money
knew
in the
that's why I
Bank.
said-
What's next? What's next?
All right, next match: Becky Lynch versus your favorite wrestler, Rhea Ripley. There was a beautiful picture of her on, I think it was Instagram, with long hair. Did you
Yeah,
see
she
that?
has long hair now. Yeah.
I mean,
You should have
great.
seen her on McAfee's show yesterday.
I miss that.
She looked gorgeous.
She gave a nice smile to Cody though during the Heyman comments.
She
I saw.
looked gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. I wish
She
I was
looks
the
so much
recipient
better
of that
without
stick
the
face.
black eye makeup and everything.
See, that's when I was talking to him yesterday. That's what I said to him. She don't need that black makeup and stuff. She looked better than Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And that says a lot. Brandy is sharing with us new NXT Women's North American title announced just now on Stand and Deliver. So we have a new title holder for the women's belt.
We have
New champion.
New
I mean, well, new champion.
Okay.
So I think let's see. I think I got that. Everybody but Chief.
So Roxanne won it.
No.
They announced the North American Women's Championship. It's a new belt.
They announced a new mid-card title for the women.
Oh, a new mid-card belt. I thought it was a match. I confused it with that one. So it's a new division, more or less.
I'm really fucking confused
So
now.
it's another belt. It's another title that's up for grabs.
Oh, okay.
Not one of these.
Okay.
You and I were messed up on that too. That's that quarter Halfheimers I got from you. All right, next.
No, not next.
Lynch
Still
and
there.
Ripley.
Yeah.
I know.
That's where we were.
Ripley. I know.
Everything changes.
It's always a host. Look at him. What are you looking at me for? It was his.
You guys always bitch about me when my stuff goes, and you don't say nothing to him.
I you'd want the opportunity.
No, with him. I'm taking Rhea Ripley.
I know you are. I don't know why I even asked.
Who's next?
I'm going to go with Becky. I think Rhea's going to take time off for that wrist. Because you said on McAfee that it's been bothering for a while.
Who's taking time off?
Your girl.
Yeah.
Rhea.
Well, you said Rhea was, or you said Becky was taking time
No,
off.
I said Becky. I'm going to go with Becky because I
To
think
win.
Rhea's taking time
Yeah,
off
Rhea-
for her wrist.
She's wearing the
She's
thing.
wearing a brace.
Yeah, but she said she don't use it when she's wrestling.
Yeah.
She doesn't wrestle. She doesn't put the belt up all that often as well. I mean, a lot more often than Roman. But it just seems to me like that
But she's
belt's
around
not-
every week.
No, I get that. But if you're around, don't you have to wrestle a little bit more?
I think that's probably why she hasn't been
Yeah,
wrestling, because of the
maybe,
wrist.
maybe.
But stop and think about it. And I'll try to relate it this way.
To us youngins.
Bruno only
Boring,
put, Bruno
boring,
only put the
boring
belt up
already.
once a month,
Right.
at Madison Square.
And I'd be okay with once a month.
All right. But some of these wrestlers, they should 3-4 months.
Once a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
If that.
I agree.
So, there you have
When
it.
you're wrestling in Madison Square Garden for
there you have it.
75 cents.
There you have it, man.
Well, now they
It's
have
Julia.
like
Are you picking Rhea? That's what I
She's
want.
official.
You pick Rhea.
Rhea.
She's officially
Becky.
signed.
Matt, who are you taking?
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. God, I want to see Becky win. I think, though, Rhea's going to retain somehow. All right, the big tag team title. Then we're going to go to break after this. We're still waiting for a second winner.
Are we going to break right now?
No,
we have one more match.
Wait a minute. Let me throw something out here. And I said this to you yesterday.
Oh, with George. Holy crap.
I throw that I read
let's get you
that Becky and Seth may not have signed contracts.
Yes, and I've heard that too.
Or do we want to go with that afterwards? Later.
Yeah, let's talk about that later, but that is a big question.
What's George's comment?
He says, I'm going to have to take time off for my wrist after that match too. We'll explain that to you during the break.
Oh, that must be George's bathroom match.
Wait, no.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Depends in the house.
All right, the big tag match.
That was pretty damn good.
Crap. The big tag match.
Where we at?
Night 2. Rock, Roman, Cody, Seth.
This is night 2.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
The main event.
Night 1.
Night 1, the main event.
Oh, up here. Okay.
Go, Matt. Matt's up first. Go.
I say that The Rock pins Cody, so we get Bloodline rules night 2.
Okay.
That's a no-brainer.
So solo sweep then. We're skipping then. We all in agreement.
It's a no-brainer.
So you're saying the same thing?
Yeah, so is Chief. So are you.
You're saying, don't speak for now. You're speaking for me.
Yeah, now I'm speaking for you.
Jesus Christ, what an agent I have. Ronald, get that plane warmed up. Who are you taking?
Cody.
Okay.
As long as they take them, put that cage together, he might be here by 2028.
Well, it'll be in time for the Ace to start playing in Vegas.
He doesn't even know how to put.
You know what? I'm siding with Chief on his last show on that match. I think Cody, Seth. I don't know. Even in that match, there's still so many variables. Seth maybe turning on Cody. Does The Rock turn on Roman if he doesn't do it tonight? There's still so much.
I'm so excited for this WrestleMania because everyone's saying we're in the middle of this Renaissance era and whatnot, and how good it's getting. Triple H said.
Is that a tease for something later when we talk about later?
No, Triple H was said, and he was on Impulsive, and he was like, they brought it up to him and were like, they said we're in the middle of this era, and he goes, we're not in the middle of anything. Tonight's the launching pad of what we're about to do. So
I saw an article that Cody trademarked Renaissance Man or
Renaissance era.
So
I think this is going to be the best WrestleMania out of any of them. Yes. And they continue to get better and better and better.
You openly saying that the Roman Reigns match is going to be better than WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4.
And as long as they continue to give to the fans and make it worthwhile for the fans, this is the best WrestleMania coming up.
Yeah.
We're still looking for a winner to our second question for another pair of tickets to Rebellion in a couple of weeks. Who was the current WWE wrestler that Jake something went into the ring against to get his start? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Can you get rid of that one? That's not us. Call us 702-992-3207. We have a pair of tickets for you.
Right.
Is it fair to compare previous, and don't answer the question, I'm going to go to break, but I'm going to ask it now to have you think about it. Is it fair to compare a one-night WrestleMania event to 2 nights of wrestling? We'll be right back.
Hey, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Sefer Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big Chief. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is Impact Wrestling's Dashing Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Hi, I'm Sean Zavari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is
the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition.
Hey, we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard and Ozzy, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere, the show that is talking all pro wrestling and a little bit of everything else. Yes, John.
I'm just wondering at what point in the show are we going to tell the viewers, the listeners, that this was pre-recorded on the 1st of April?
Of last year.
We're not going to do that.
Get that?
But I will say this, in about 15 minutes, so we do have another, unless you want to do it now.
Yeah, let's do it now.
We'll do it.
Go ahead.
I'll keep going.
Continue.
I don't even know where I was. But anyway, welcome back. That's the bottom line. So George's comment in there, we thank you. All right. So you had a thought that you wanted to bring up about the nights of 1 and 2.
Now that WrestleMania is 2 nights, and they say there's a main event of night 1 and a main event of night 2, do we really consider both main events, or do we consider the main event of just night 2 the real main event of WrestleMania?
I think it's you know what? I think it's a great question. To me, I think they're almost like co-main events, like you would have on a single night card.
Yeah.
Because I think in this particular case, night 2 has so much. I'm sorry, the night 1 main event could have so much impact on night 2 that almost makes the night 2 main event maybe the main event for this one.
Yeah,
true.
But in my mind, I look at them as both as two co-main events.
Definitely WWE does, because I've read like a really interesting fact. I didn't realize like Roman was in this deep. But when you get main events tonight in the tag match, it'll be his 9th WrestleMania main event.
Wow.
Which ties Hulk Hogan. So on Sunday, when he goes against Cody Rhodes, will be his 10th main event, which will make him the most main evented person in the history of WWE. That means Roman Reigns will main event a quarter of all the WrestleManias ever.
Holy cow. That's huge.
I don't count Hogan at WrestleMania 4 as the main event because he wasn't even in the main event.
Hail to the chief.
Love it. Look at that.
And since you are our cheesiest...
You never have your back to the camera.
Sorry.
You should know the rules.
Since you are our cheesiest host, I got a cheesecake for you today.
Nice.
New York cheesecake.
Thank you.
Official New York cheesecake.
Nice. Very nice. Can you blow out sparklers?
No.
No, it just went out of
Yeah. Okay, so no more
candles.
celebrations. This was our last sparkler.
We're retiring the sparkler.
I want to throw this. I want to throw this one out.
All right. Let's throw it out, and then we'll start with night 2.
I'm going to give you a little something. WrestleMania 2.
Okay.
Okay. We're talking about the matches and everything coming up tonight and tomorrow. Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy.
in Ronald Steel Cage.
Brutus Beefcake and Diana Valentine against the British Bulldogs. Savage versus Beefcake.
No.
Tito Santana and Junkyard Dog against the Funk Brothers.
Holy cow.
All right. Orndorff versus Morocco. Steamboat versus Hercules Hernandez. A boxing match. Mr. T and Roddy Piper.
I remember that, yeah.
All right. WrestleMania. Look, the caliber of main event matches right there. And we're only talking about 2 matches in WrestleMania 40 as main eventers. I just throw that out there.
Well, and that's a great question. Could any of the other matches on the card this weekend, could they be considered main event level matches?
I think the women's could.
Absolutely.
And Io and Bailey. And Io and Bailey.
Io and Bailey, yep. That's enough.
Along with Rollins and Drew.
How about Cargill and her crew versus Damage Control?
No.
Could
No.
No. Okay. Just throwing it out. So that's a great point. Although there are at least 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 other matches.
Maybe the U.S. title if restriction.
But here's the kicker.
I hope Logan.
And this is the one. And I was trying to find it, and I found it. That WrestleMania is, in my mind, the one that set it off for all of them. Because not only did it come from Uniondale, New York, it came from Los Angeles, California. And do you remember the third place it came from?
I want to say Philadelphia.
Nope.
Chicago.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Rosemont Horizon.
So
Rosemont,
they
Illinois.
simulcasted it, and yeah.
But that to me is the one that really set the venues that we have today. And the other thing we have to remember is back then, you didn't have all these big venues like we have today around the world.
Absolutely.
So I just throw that out.
I think that's a great point because
I'm doing some history. I'm doing some history.
You're the new historian.
I'm doing some history.
All right, I love it. Because night one, really, Vince McMahon put all of his eggs into one basket on that night. We know the story. Mortgage says, "Thank you, sir." Mortgage, we're breaking every rule in TV. We're eating on air, but it wouldn't be the first time.
We will.
But number one was a spectacle because it was the first one, right?
Yes.
We know what the series is, Muhammad Ali and all that stuff. And I think that night two, then once they saw the success of night one and some of the gimmickry that was in night one, although the boxing match notwithstanding, I think they realized the success of the heightened attention that they could start focusing more on the match and storytelling throughout the year. And so I do agree with that 1,000%. You know, you mentioned the best tonight. Look, there's going to be some tremendous matches tonight.
They're all going to be good, top to bottom.
I still, in my mind, you got Hogan beating Andre, right? Passing that baton.
Yep.
Hogan and Rock at 18. That was huge.
Whoever thought that the Iron Sheik was going to beat Hogan for the championship?
Yeah.
Nobody back then.
But
Nobody thought it.
We'll see what swerves and surprises we get for night two.
Wait. Mr. New Historian.
We're going to start night two here.
When did Iron Sheik beat Hulk Hogan for the championship?
I don't know. Sometime in Madison Square Garden, I think.
He was the undercard for Bruno.
I think so. I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
All right.
So when we go to night two, I'd like to speak on this match.
Okay, we're going to do that last.
Okay. I want to speak on that match.
Night two will begin with one of these individuals that is in this match is the answer to Jake Summit's question number 2. So we have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Final Testament in a 6-man tag team Philadelphia street fight.
They're homage
Again.
to ECW.
I wonder if they're going to have cheesesteaks.
Oh, we got cheesecake.
No, I mean, it's a Philadelphia street fight. I wonder if they're going to have cheesecakes and cheesesteaks and they can use them.
Highly unlikely.
So
I like what you're thinking.
The question: Jake something wrestled the WWE superstar to get his big break, and he's one of these 6 guys. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits take on Final Testament.
Yeah.
Is there, other than just the feud, which I don't know if it's as hot as it was at the beginning, there's really nothing else. There's nothing at stake other than just winner, right?
Oh, we're talking.
We're talking about the 6-man.
I'm taking Final Testament.
All right. No surprise.
I can't go against my boy Kevin.
I know.
Hell no.
I'm super glad he's finally getting a WrestleMania match and like an entrance at WrestleMania. But I think the winner is going to be the Street Profits. And the answer to the question.
Somebody freaking call.
Yeah.
It's Lashley and the Profits winning. There's no doubt about that.
All right.
I can see a cat fight, though. I can see a cat fight between B-Fab and Scarlett to pay more honor to ECW. Oh, really quick, your boy Dreamer was at the Hall of Fame last night.
Yeah, I know. I saw him.
Okay.
Him and Devon and
him, Rob, and the Dudleys were there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who inducted Heyman?
Roman.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Okay.
I was so irritated at TNA last time they were here because the guy in front of me. I hate the word homage ever since this. Because every time like somebody would make a move, they're like, "Oh, he's paying homage to this person." Oh, he did a drop kick. He's paying homage to this person. I was like,
Jesus.
"Bro, shut
the
hell up."
Why didn't you tell him?
'Cause he wasn't going to
You
cause
should
a
just
scene.
got up and say, "Are you?" I would have said, "Are you sure about that?"
Like, I'm gonna pay homage to a street fight. I'm gonna throw you off the balcony.
We had
So-
a guy next to us too, remember?
Yeah.
As much as I want to see
He quieted it down though.
Yeah.
Final Testament win, I really do. For Kevin's sake, I think right now, Bobby Lashley and the Prophets, they got to make him a babyface, stronger now.
Yeah.
And so I'm reluctantly taking those guys. All right, LA Knight and AJ Styles. That's if LA Knight doesn't choke on his gum. Did you see that last night on SmackDown when he was giving his promo?
Yeah.
Choked on his gum. And then, of course, I saw the clip where he and AJ went at it during the conference or the world thing, the media thing.
That started off so awkwardly.
Yeah, it did. That was weird. I saw the video. That was very weird. Like,
AJ ended up with a bloody nose, apparently.
Did they forget how to fight?
Well, and that's just it. I mean, if you look, obviously our eyes are different than the casual fan. There was nothing done in that scrum that would have put either one of them in jeopardy, really, of being injured.
Well,
Most of their arms were locked
because
up.
you had the media right there.
Right, and
they
funny,
were backing into the media as well. So.
And I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, where's everybody else to break up the fight? And everybody's like real life.
Yeah.
The fight's going on. Everybody's standing at their cameras.
I mean, that's how the world is now. They just take photos.
course.
They take the video. Like
The only
no one goes in to break anything up no more.
It's crazy. That AJ, when he went back, kind of not backdropped him, but he put him down hard on his back.
Yeah.
But they were doing a lot of clinching. They were however he got his nose bloody. But then at the end, when he took his shirt off to wipe it, he is ripped.
Oh yeah.
Gotta give kudos to AJ for really.
He got in a good shape.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. All right, so who's going to win tonight? LA Knight.
Gee,
AJ
I wonder
Styles.
who wins this match as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Got
go
one
LA
yet.
Knight.
Got Matt. You want me to go or are you going?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to make it complete wash across the board there for LA Knight. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens in the United States triple threat match.
This is the only championship Randy's never held. So the question is, do they do the obvious?
And make him a grand champion?
Yeah. Or do they like Logan Paul with the belt still to make appearances with it? I'm going to go with Logan. Even though I said yesterday, I told you it was Randy, but I'm changing my mind and going to Logan.
I think somewhere in the match, Logan's going to take some kind of crazy RKO, but I think Logan retains.
Okay.
Speaking of Logan Paul, what are you guys thinking about the Prime logo being in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania?
That's going to look so weird.
I'm not a fan of it.
It's going to look so weird seeing a sponsor in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Because TNA doesn't even do it. They have their around them back. They don't have it in the middle.
Telephone. Or maybe somebody for the tickets. That'd be cool. Give away another set. But I'm not a fan of the logo for the WWE. Now, lesser promotions like we've been associated with in the past, you want to do that? I'm okay with
Well, you can do like I think it should be better off like around the ring.
If we make a commission off of it, I'm totally fine with it.
That's what they're doing.
I said this. If he's getting if they're getting in there for the logo, he should be getting paid because he's getting free advertising.
Right. I can't disagree. Do we have a caller online?
Hey, there's some weirdo on the phone about some tickets or something.
Oh my goodness, that could be anybody. Thank you for calling. Caller, who are you? Where are you from?
Well, believe it or not, it's actually George, and it's right here in Las Vegas.
Did you get scared?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who's this, please?
It's George.
George, how are you? Love your comments, dude.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth. I'm kind of back and forth today, watching Stand and Deliver, and then you guys.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's good to know we're up in good company.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Listen, thank you for following and watching the show. I presume you're calling in to hopefully answer our question for tickets for Rebellion.
Yeah, I would like to give it a try, and as they say in, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'll go with the answer being Bobby Lashley. Final answer.
That is correct. Congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. As we stated earlier, he wrestled Bobby Lashley. And do we want to try a third one in the next 20 minutes? Because I have another question in mind.
Sure.
Okay.
Who's Chief's favorite wrestler?
So great job. With the next question for everybody listening, who was the wrestler that allowed and brought Jake in to have that match? Okay, we'll get into that. But you guys know how to get in touch with them to get tickets?
Yeah, I'll get a hold of you on Facebook and we'll get you on the list.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
That's a pair of
You'll have
tickets.
2 tickets for both nights.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Said you'll have 2 tickets for the pay-per-view and the TV taping.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much.
And it's a must show. We ask that you make sure you're there or give them to somebody else who can if something happens.
Saturday and Sunday.
At the Pond.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I'll be there.
Find us so we can say hello, all right?
You got it.
Thank you, George. Appreciate you.
Take it
All right, take care.
Woo-hoo. Thank you. All right. So we have about
20 minutes. 19 minutes.
18 minutes. Who was the wrestler that introduced and opened the door for Jake to wrestle Lashley that night? Okay, that's the last question. 702, yes. 992-0. What's our number? 992-320.
702-992-3207.
I was writing that on a flyer one day, and I was like, what's the number?
I know.
And all I hear is Chief's voice in my head, and I was like, oh, 992-3207.
I almost gave away my last 4 digits on my number. 702-992-3207. Who introduced Jake something to wrestle Lashley to get that shot?
You should play a drop when you need a phone. When you need a phone call, phone number. Do a drop of him giving out the number. Even though it's not gonna be here, just do a drop of it.
Oh yeah, we should do that. Record his voice, giving the phone number.
Oh God.
702-992-3207.
All right.
Man,
So that'll be the last. That'll be the last pair of tickets for today. And you know what?
Wait, I thought they were for later. They're for today?
No, they're for later. For later today. No, 2 weeks. So you know what? I'm not doing an Aaron's Hour show today.
Why not?
Because after this show, I'm going home to sleep.
I'm going home. I'm tired. Freaking young whippersnapper.
I'm going to watch WrestleMania. I'm tired.
Hey, listen.
What?
I admit, I'm old and tired. But anyway.
I didn't go to bed till 2:30 this morning.
Well, you're younger than me.
That's right.
So
I think I closed it
that can happen.
2:30 as well. Yeah.
So not going to give away tickets on my show, but maybe on the roundtable on Thursday. Still a couple of days out.
I woke up 2:30 this morning.
You could pick me up at the airport.
I could have.
We're going to get, can we give away, I'd like to give away a couple of sets, hopefully on the roundtable on Thursday. All right, so we're going to do that. So your next chance, after you answer this third question, who opened the door for Jake to wrestle Bobby Lashley? That is correct. You don't get the tickets, though.
Oh.
I'll have to give out some hints if nobody calls in a minute. So, all right, we're going to go to the top of the hour. No more breaks, but give us a call. Again, this is Chief Swan Song. He's going to drop into the abyss of life to enjoy.
Leave the memories
So,
alone.
and then before, on our way out, we're going to play a special video that John opened the show with. All right.
I think so. I have to think.
Are we good?
Yeah.
So we have.
We're just having a side camera. No
Who did you pick for the threat match? I don't have anybody written down for you. Paul, Orton, or Owens?
I went with Logan.
Orton. Okay, I have Orton also.
Matt went with Orton.
I said Logan.
You
Oh,
said
you went
Logan,
too?
and you went with Logan.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you
Two
take
Logans
you and
and
retain.
two Orton.
And no Owens.
No.
No.
Io Sky versus Bailey for the Women's WWE Championship. Robert, no answers in the chat room unless they're wrong. So I'm presuming you put that answer in there because you know it's a wrong answer. If you want tickets, give us a call and give me the right answer.
Bailey.
All right, I got to vote for Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
All right, I'm going as well for Bailey.
It's probably not going to happen, but I want her to come out as a hugger for one night for the social media moment.
What the hell?
I'd be okay with that. Her old gimmick as a hugger.
Oh.
She doesn't have the hair in the pony for long enough for the ponytail anymore.
Put extensions in it. They can make it work.
She's not an extension girl, though.
Could be for one night. doesn't
Seth
matter.
freaking Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre, which, by the way, Clash at the Castle coming up in what, June, you guys said?
Yes, sir.
In Glasgow, Scotland. Coincidence? We shall see.
Maybe that's where.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. And then I have a follow-up
I'm
question.
I'm not fooling around.
I think we have the same follow-up question after that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
I
I'm
guess
taking
Seth retains.
Seth retains.
And they're going to save this for his crowning at Clash at the Castle.
Okay. Chief Matt. Jesus Christ. I got 15
I
more
think
minutes.
that Drew's going to get his moment and win the championship for like 5 minutes.
No.
And then Damian Priest cashes in
That
and
would
becomes
suck.
world heavyweight champion.
Well, I guess
And then in Glasgow,
that's when
he
went
gets his
down.
rematch and then he wins the belt
in Glasgow.
in Glasgow
But that's-
for real in front of his hometown. Like,
But that's his home country.
Home country. Yeah.
But that's 2 months away.
I was going to say that's.
What do you do before then with the priest who catches in? You're gonna just do a rematch at Backlash and then Drew loses again?
Well, we've seen matches go 3 times. I mean, a guy who loses twice in a row comes out.
Yeah, but this is for the championship, though.
No, I understand that. Well, how many times did?
How many times has Drew already lost to Seth?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would
he only got this championship match because of Punk's injury.
Yeah.
Because Punk's so fragile now that he's old.
I would like to see him get his comeuppance, whether it's at WrestleMania, whether it's in Glasgow. But again,
I think Punk's going to interfere. I think Punk interferes. He's either going to cost Rollins the match on accident because he's trying to get to Drew, or he's going to cost Drew the match. Somehow,
I
Punk
think that
is
would
getting
only
involved.
happen if he's cleared for any physical activity with his elbow. To me,
All he's got to do is swing a chair or hold the chair up.
I want to see Drew get his due. I think in front of a WrestleMania crowd, obviously, he's a great option. Can they develop a storyline until then? Who knows? Obviously they can because they've been doing the Bloodline for 4 years. So I'm going to take Drew on that. I think obviously Priest is a big wild card at the end of that match. That's why I was kind of surprised. My partner here, Mr. Chief, thinks that Priest is going to cash in on the IC belt.
What if Priest catches him tonight? What if they fool us? We're all thinking he's going to catch him tomorrow night. What if he catches him tonight after the main event? When Seth is like down and out, the Bloodline leaves, Roman and
I don't think
maybe
so.
Seth's a bloody mess. Maybe instead of Cody taking the pin, it's Seth that takes the pin and he's a bloody mess in the middle of the ring. Bloodline leaves, and then boom, Priest comes out with the briefcase. Then do you have a triple threat tomorrow night?
Which is a bigger story from the Damian Priest standpoint? To
Tonight.
do that or to do it?
Damian Priest also told Logan Paul backstage to watch out for his title, so maybe he will do a lesser title, but I hope not.
So he'll pull a theory.
Yeah.
To me, Money in the Bank should be heavyweight belts.
I agree.
I've said it before.
Because that's a Vince move to do
I've said it
belt.
before, and I'll continue to say it. There's going to be things that are going to happen in these 2 days that we're not aware of yet.
Yeah.
I hope so.
All right.
Some of the water went down the road.
That's okay. I got that.
We have about 10 minutes
Let me get
for that last set of tickets to be given away.
I just think that I think, we haven't talked about Cody Roman's match yet. Have we?
No, we
We're
haven't.
gonna do that.
Okay.
Next.
Okay. I'm holding off.
Hold out your thought there.
All right.
702-992-3207.
Yep.
Who opened the door for Jake something to get his shot against Bobby Lashley, which was noticed by individuals, so that a year later he said he finally got the official call to sign in for good. Who opened the door for him? I couldn't have given a bigger hint in my last comment to Matt before that Chief is going to be swanning off into the abyss of life. So anyway, 702-992-3207. All right. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, night 2 for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
Bloodline rules. We all
Wait.
know it's bloodline rules.
Well, for those who picked those guys, yeah.
It's going to be bloodline rules so that way Cody has more to overcome.
I do sort of agree with that because you give the babyface more hurdles to get over. Is there any chance that he doesn't win in night 2, Cody, that I'm talking about?
There's always a chance, but if he loses,
What do you do with him?
exactly, then you kill him. No one's going to care about Cody going for the championship anymore. He's had it 2 times, 2 years in a row. He failed both times.
Mm-hmm.
Why would anybody care about him anymore?
So I agree.
So let me ask you. You made a statement that if he doesn't win, you're going to kill him. Well, what if Roman doesn't win? Are you going to kill Roman then?
He's going away though.
Are you going to kill Roman?
No.
No?
No, because it's totally
What?
different.
No, it ain't.
It is.
No, there's going to be one winner and one loser.
Yeah.
That's all that the
And if the
outcome's
challenger
going to
loses,
be.
and if the challenger loses 2 years in a row,
So then he
what-
goes after the other championship.
that makes him like a bigger loser.
So what?
You're gonna make your top
Who
baby
cares?
like a bigger loser.
Who cares?
You're trying to sell tickets.
No.
This
And
is Aaron
Mark.
Phillips coming to you at ringside. My partner broadcasting the show is Matt, as we see our two combatants in the middle of the ring right now.
Let me throw this out there.
This fight is sponsored by AER.
Now we're on the match. Let me throw this.
Go
out.
ahead,
Let
throw.
me throw this out here. You know who's going
This
to?
shit's about to be wild.
You know who's going to be sitting front row at this match?
Mama.
Nope.
Mama's sitting in front of tonight.
Do you know who's going to be sitting front row for this match?
Mama Rose.
Huh?
No.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Dustin Rhodes is going to be sitting front row for this match.
Okay, that's
And shut up. And I guarantee you, he's going to jump the rail. I'll guarantee you.
Okay.
He will jump the rail and he will get in the ring after Cody wins the match.
But that wasn't our argument.
Okay? So I said to this gentleman here, I had a comment to make.
Yeah.
And I made my comment.
Yes.
All right?
Yes. I
And
said
it had
World
nothing
War
to do,
III,
had
Dustin's
nothing to
gonna
do,
come
had
celebrate with
nothing to do with your shit that you were talking about out the sides of your mouth. I could care less.
And as the chief goes out in a blaze of glory,
George Furman says Roman did say it was Cody's last shot at the title, so we pretty much know the outcome.
I can know
No?
the final boss.
Thank you, George.
All right,
Well, I'm agreeing that
so
Cody's
Chief
gonna
is saying,
win,
Cody, listen.
but our host over
What are you
here.
saying? What are you saying? You can keep going. I'll just get
I
Matt's
think after
prediction.
like an Avengers Endgame almost ending to this match, Cody Rhodes walks out WWE champion.
Yes,
So all four
I
of us are
agree.
picking Cody.
Yes.
Okay, I get what your point is.
because you asked.
You didn't
What
ask,
do you do?
You didn't ask me. I could care less what
I know
you think.
because we've had all these conversations.
Oh my God! I
last week.
think Brandy's gonna come out and celebrate.
Samantha Fox, by the way, is expected to announce both nights. Usually,
Samantha Irvin, put some respect on her name.
I say Samantha.
Samantha Irvin.
Sorry.
Where did you get Fox from?
Are you asking who Bobby wrestled? No, Robert, it's not who Bobby wrestled. That question's been answered. Who?
Bobby who?
What do you mean Bobby? Who? Bobby Lashley.
Oh,
But we're not. The question is this:
I thought it was
Bobby
the other
Hull.
question for the ticket.
Who? It is. It is. This is for the tickets, Robert. Who opened the door for Jake to wrestle Bobby Lashley to get his shot at professional wrestling? Who made the recommendation for Jake to
And
get
you
the
have
shot?
to call.
And you have to call to get the answer.
And
That's the
Aaron, have
question.
you ever seen that movie
What's the
Into
number?
the Abyss?
What's
Into
the
the
number?
Abyss. No, I've not seen that movie Into the Abyss. But like I said, with today's show, Chief is going out into the abyss of life. So the darkness of the abyss.
Of the Abyss?
The abyss.
Oh, okay.
702-992-3207. If you don't get this, I'm firing Thomas again. What was his name? Oh, Shaggy, right? That was
Yeah,
his nickname
Shaggy
now?
Brandy
Shaggy.
said, yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Or Samson.
Or I like Shaggy better. That's goofier.
Shaggy Samson.
His ring name, Shaggy Sampson. I like that. All right. We literally have about 3 or 4 minutes left. Since it's Chief Swan Song, why don't you pick the next topic, Mr. Chief, as to where you'd like to go with anything on the sheet or anything. Anything. I didn't mean to catch you up. By the way, Wiley, sing about that once again. A shout out and a thank you to TNA Ross for setting this up, for Jake coming on with us earlier in the show. If you missed it, go back onto Facebook or YouTube or Roku in a couple of days and catch the interview.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Pat McAfee, during an interview with Rhea Ripley, takes a shot at AEW, saying if Rhea left Dominic, he would probably be on the other show in front of 600 people. All right? I like that. That's pretty damn good.
I think it's
I think it's hilarious.
absolutely. Oh, the phone's
Somebody's
ringing.
calling in.
Rhea Ripley's calling in to say goodbye.
Yeah. See,
That'd be funny.
that would be funny.
If somebody wasn't on maternity leave, I almost got somebody up in here.
I'm
the
a
other day.
girl, man, Rhea.
Okay, well then stand by. Un momento.
Uno momento. So
Stand
this is
by
our
the
last shot.
forever.
Let's see. I wonder who's calling from the abyss to get this question right. Thank you for calling, caller. Who's this, please?
This is Robert. Is it Abyss?
Oh, Abyss! I didn't get it. All right.
Damn, I don't know how he knew that.
I don't know how he did it, but Robert, you got it, buddy. We gave God.
You finally got rid of those.
No, yeah, that's set. That is correct. It's good to know that you're listening to the show as you always do. So you have a pair. Is that what you need, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You got it. You got a pair of tickets. Now, this is for both nights, and it's a must show for both nights. If you can't make it, you're going to give the tickets to somebody else to use, right?
No, I'm going. Take your daughter.
Both nights, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it.
I'll see you there.
We'll be there.
All righty, Chief.
Matt,
Bring him a Snickers.
Matt,
bring me a Snickers.
Oh my God. Matt will reach out to you to make all the arrangements. All right.
All righty.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you.
Take it easy. Thank you.
No problem. Thank
Talk to
you.
you, Rob. See you, buddy.
All right, there you go. That's cool to end the show with 3 pairs of tickets we gave away today. That's excellent. Thank you to everybody for actually watching the interview, which is great. Hopefully they didn't do what John said. Go back and watch it, so rewind the show. But that's great. Thank you. And this again, when you put the title of the show up on this, John, can you put WrestleMania WM40 and Chiefs
Swan song?
Swan song? Well, yeah. Whatever word there might be in the Navy about retiring or moving on.
Short timer.
There you go.
Fair winds and following seas.
He only has 100 characters, though.
That's about 20.
All right. You know what? I think we're going to start wrapping it up a minute or two early, unless there's anything else that is a quick topic to get through before we say
What do you guys think of Bray Wyatt's documentary?
Haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's terrific, and I'm
It's
anxious
awesome.
to see it.
Here you go. Triple H said in an interview that next WWE draft will take place in a month or so. So stand by, folks.
But again, we always talk about how good the draft is because they never seem to stick to it. So we'll see. But the TV thing, like we were talking about earlier, who knows?
It's just so early.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really does.
Maybe they'll do another one in like January.
If they do it the right way.
If they do it the right way. All right.
They can make it fun.
I think we'll wrap it up because I know.
Hurry up, Aaron's falling asleep.
I'm telling you. John wants to. We're going to go out.
He didn't
on
take
that.
his Geritol.
No, I didn't. John's something I didn't take. John's going to play the little tribute video as we go out, so I want to make sure we have enough time for that. Again, everybody, thank you for watching this week, WrestleMania. Enjoy the 2 nights of WrestleMania. We'll recap everything next week. Matt, final thoughts.
Everybody have a good, safe week. Happy WrestleMania Day. Everybody come out to Millennium Fandom. We'll all be out there watching WrestleMania.
That's
Chief,
nice.
Thank you for the years of being on here.
You're welcome,
Appreciate you.
brother.
Welcome back anytime.
Just give us a warning.
Nope.
Yeah, that
Hell no. If I come back.
When? Not if. Whenever you're ready.
When I come
He's gonna
back.
get bored after a couple weeks.
When
and be
I
like,
come
"So,
back.
Liz is going to be calling us saying, get him out of the house.
I'm going to walk through the door.
Okay.
Unannounced. I'm going to walk right around. I'm going to sit my ass down.
Well,
Unless the door's locked.
Unless.
They'll break a window.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal.
I'll make sure I got a baseball bat.
That's fine. He's used to cleaning up glass. But anyway, I'll tell you, we'll leave a chair ready for you for any time you do that. So the chair will always
I
be there,
appreciate
okay?
that. I appreciate it.
Thomas, final thoughts as we say goodbye.
Enjoy WrestleMania and thank you, Chief.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, fellas, it's been a great 3 years. From starting as the bell ringer and as a historian before the guy sitting next to me.
Crack research staff.
Crack research staff, exactly. It's been fun, and it's been real, and it's been real fun. You know what I was going to say.
I know. That's I say that all the time.
Anyway, I'm turning it over the last time for the final thought.
Thank you for watching. Be kind to everybody. Why? You got to be Chief. We're all we have to support each other. Thank you, Chief, for friendship, years, and being part of our lives.
Thank you, Chief.
No average
Thank you,
hour today. We will you can keep going. We are going to rerun the show at 12 o'clock for Aaron's Hour.
Get
And
some rest.
I'm going home to rest so I can watch WrestleMania Night 1 tonight. I am hoping to join the crew tomorrow night with my buddy Rafi. Everybody, thank you.
Well,
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time right here. Enjoy WrestleMania. Thank you for watching. Chief, please take us out. There you go.
So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long,
I've sung this song, but I'll sing it again, of the people I've met and the places I've been. Some of the troubles that bothered my mind, and a lot of good people that I've left behind, singing
So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. So long, it's been good to know ya. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
The sweethearts, they sat in the dark and they sparked. They hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dark. They sighed and they cried and they hugged and they kissed. But instead of marriage, they talked like this, honey.
So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. What a long time since I've been home, and I gotta be drifting along.
Because the chief says so.